Can you?
Yes, I do.
Like a quarter inch to a XPR, whatever the 3-prong one is. You bastard. Welcome to Last Week Tonight with PJ and...
Wait, what? Is that the right show?
What's your name?
I'm John Oliver.
What's up? Oh, shit. What's up, John Oliver?
I've got a Jersey accent now because
Nice.
I'm practicing it because
so-
I'm funny.
But you're still definitely a Mets fan.
No. I've also changed to a Yankees fan.
Okay, nice. Well, anyway.
Wait, is John Oliver a Mets fan?
Yeah. He talked
Really?
about it. Yeah, he moved to fucking Queens when he moved to the United States and became a Mets fan.
Nerd.
Yep.
I'm Guy.
The listener knows that.
Oh,
I know
do they?
that.
Oh. But this is the WikiPod.
Nice. Yeah, it is.
It's not John Oliver's show Last Week Tonight.
Yeah, it's not Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. Y'all would probably.
Pretty good show. Do you like that show?
I've dropped off on it a long time ago.
You can't keep watching it. It hurts your brain.
It doesn't hurt my brain. It's just, I don't know. I just lost the. I don't know. This is why I want to create nothing but apolitical content, such as the WikiPod, which is an apolitical infotainment podcast for the listener.
He does an episode on Peeps, and that's my favorite thing. The Peeps coming or whatever.
I used to love Peeps, but I can't eat them no more because
They're
they
so
got
weird.
gelatin in it.
I think they make vegan Peeps.
I don't want nothing to do with that.
Probably don't taste right.
No, it's probably fucking straight up dog shit.
I mean, Peeps are dog shit, so imagine them just a
You're
little
out of your
worse.
fucking mind. That shit was.
Nope.
It's a marshmallow covered in sugar. What's not to like? It's sugar
gross.
covered. It's sugar
Gross.
covered in a different kind of sugar. Listeners, sound off in the comments.
They're not going to comment. They suck.
Listen, all I want in this fucking world, like, all these fucking reactionary dickheads who are like anti-socialism and like anti any sort of like progression in society think that, like, you know, pussies like you and me, Guy, they think all we want is to just like force transgender sexual reassignment on children and, you know, force gay marriages and like, you know, white slavery. That's what they think we want. Really, all we want is just an end to the fucking hellscape infrastructure of the automobile infrastructure that that's forced up our ass at this point. I just want a light rail system, trolleys, walkable cities. What do you think, Guy? Sound off.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just want less, like, roads that are, like, 40-plus mile an hour. Like, you can't, like, walk around this I have a beautiful neighborhood. It's pretty picturesque until you see the giant like almost highway that I live on that people go 50 miles an hour on.
Yeah,
Because the road was designed to go 50 miles an hour on. But like there's literally hundreds of children around. We're by a school. Like I'm just
their parents have to get to work at the Wendy's though.
I just don't want to see a child ran over in front of my house because then I'm gonna have to kill a driver.
Yeah, you want to see a child ran over on your phone.
No.
You want to look at your phone and see the children being
No,
run
I
over.
see that all too often. I don't want to see this anymore. I just don't want to see any of it.
I don't want to. Then, listener,
I'm
you
gonna
don't
gouge
have.
my eyes out. This is the greatest idea.
But listener, you don't have to gouge your ears out because you are listening to the WikiPod, the absolutely fantastic infotainment podcast where we read Wikipedia articles for you and no one else.
Yeah. Oh, take sides, eyes or ears. Oh, that's a good one.
Ears. I'm picking ears. I'd rather lose my sight than my hearing.
Yeah, well, we're musicians, so yeah, I'm gonna go that way too.
Yeah.
But it's a good take sides. That's like the best one I ever had.
It's a nightmare either way. I mean, being blind, I don't know. I was thinking, like, I'm not going to be a functioning member. I'm barely a functioning member of society right now with sight. So without sight, I'll be just as much of, like, kind of, like, helpless and just constantly in need of assistance no matter what.
Yeah, I think, like, without sight, you will be more of a burden, but you'll be happier.
Yeah. What's that fucking Audrey Hepburn, Alan Arkin-ass movie where Audrey Hepburn plays a blind? She plays a blind bitch in a apartment and, like...
Never seen it.
Oh, it's mad good. I forced Nicole to watch it, but I don't think she liked it. I like it though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
I like Audrey Hepburn. She's cool.
yeah, she's awesome. She plays this dumb bitch who can't see nothing, and she's fucking smoking hot, dude. Like
When was this? Like, I guess
the
this is like
60s,
the 60s.
yeah, 60s.
Alan Arkin was.
Hold on, let me look this up before we jump into the article, and I can't get off the article because that's one of the rules. Once we start an article, we can't divert from the fucking thing. All right, let me look this cocksucker
It's not.
of a
It
movie up.
isn't super important, but I mean, like,
No, I really like this movie, but I can never remember the fucking name of it for the life of me.
I'm trying to think of Audrey Hepburn movies. We got Breakfast at Tiffany's. We got
Really great performance by Andy Rooney in that one.
Charade. That's
Or is it Mickey Rooney? Which one's which?
I'm not 100% sure.
Which one's the 60 Minutes guy?
I don't know.
Is that Andy Rooney?
Yo, they just fired oh no, he resigned. The guy from the executive producer.
Why was he like fingering people?
No, Paramount, the owner of Paramount was like, we need to get like more like in with Trump. So I want you guys to do like stories that Trump likes. And he's like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm a journalist. Which I mean, he's sort of a journalist, but
He should have just done it. He's a pussy for not wanting to do that. Audrey Hepburn, blind apartment movie. Plays a blind lady. Wait Until Dark. That's the name of the movie. Wait Until Dark. It's good as hell.
interesting.
Yep. Great.
What day is it today?
Today is Tuesday, and this episode is going to be airing on a Friday. TGIF, right, listener?
Yeah.
What's your plan for the weekend, listener? Are you going back to work because you live in America and you have to work every day, all the time?
Yeah, just to survive and breathe.
Yeah, just to like keep a roof over your head and process food running through your horrible body
Yeah,
like a glacier at a glacial pace.
honestly, like
Glacial paste, I should say, because it paste coming in, paste coming out, right, brother?
yeah, there's this guy. I was scrolling through Instagram and I was like, like the usual doom scrolling, like it was like telling me bad things about what's going on in Israel, what's going on over the world, what's going on in Ukraine, like because like my feed, like as like I used to have it's all just cats, but now it's like it's just been like this lately because I'm just bumming.
It's just breastfeeding videos.
No, there's no. I wish, man. There literally is not.
You could just Google breastfeeding and you can just watch ladies
it's not
breastfeeding.
that. I don't want.
I really hope.
I just wish it was anything but like children being shot and killed.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, the reality is that whether or not it's on your phone, it's happening.
Yeah, but so
yeah,
like,
I saw this one. Sorry to cut you off, but I saw that one video. That listener, you probably saw it too. The kid that was blown out of a fucking residential building, and he survived the blast and landed on a roof of a building next to the building he did live in. And he's surrounded by like body parts, including another small child who's ripped in half.
Yeah, that
and nobody can go help him because they're still being bombarded by the fascist, genocidal Israeli military, which is funded by my fucking tax dollars and aided by my silent complicity. There was fucking Idmar Ben-Gvir, who unfortunately survived drunk driving into a telephone pole a couple months ago. Lord, send another telephone pole his way. Get fucking Hereditary style, right?
Yeah.
Get his fucking fascist head ripped off.
Anyway,
he's in the United States right now, and he went to Brooklyn. There's a bunch of people demonstrating. What did I do? I went to work, and I played band practice, and
I didn't even know it was happening. But I mean, I wouldn't have went to Brooklyn. It's a nightmare getting into Brooklyn.
it's a nightmare getting to Tom's River.
Yeah, that too.
I drove from my place, which should have been a half-hour drive.
Yeah. Usually you're here
And
30
I was
minutes.
like, I just like glanced at Google Maps because I was just like, let's see if there's any traffic that's coming up. And sure enough, it was just like, 45 minutes after I'd been on the road for 15 minutes. And I was like, wait a minute, that's not right.
What the fuck?
And I tried to see if there was an accident. And no accidents. Just everybody decided to stop driving, collectively.
Yeah.
Rather than go to Brooklyn and kill Ben-Gvir, we decided to stop driving on the southbound part of the Garden State Parkway.
Yeah.
And
it's a
it
good
makes
time.
me want to kill myself, listener. It makes me want to do that.
This has been a more of a bum out beginning of the show.
Yeah,
than,
what's
like,
speaking of wanting to kill yourself, what's Diddy up to? Did he kill himself yet?
No, Diddy didn't kill himself.
He's not gonna kill himself.
One of Epstein's victims killed herself.
She sure did, and
I don't think she killed herself.
I'm of the mind where it doesn't matter if she had or hadn't. The point is that she never lived to see true justice be served, and that is
100% true.
that is the ultimate tragedy, and I think that's the ultimate thing to kind of remember her by is
What
that
was her
she
name?
was fuck's sakes. I'm
We should
such a
look this
piece
up.
of shit. Oh, fuck my ass. I'm such a fucking bastard.
I don't remember her name either. I don't remember anything.
I'm looking it up. Don't worry, listener. Shut the fuck up. I'm Jamie this episode. You're Joe Rogan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah. Going back,
Listener, you're Shane Gillis.
dude, listener, you don't realize how much of a blessing that is to you. You're just like some, like, I don't know, Pennsylvania, like,
Virginia
motherfucker.
Jeffrey.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
We
I don't get Shane Gillis, guys. Give me the 20-second elevator pitch on Shane Gillis. Go.
what? He's just a dumb white guy.
Agree. So am I, though. I
know.
I can just look in the mirror.
I find you hilarious.
Thank you.
I truly enjoy
You're sweet to
hanging out
say.
with you.
You're sweet
and
to
talking
say.
to you. And like when I see Shane Gillis, he reminds me of some of my friends.
Okay.
And it makes me feel nostalgic. It's less about the jokes and more about like he's just like the funny facial
It's
expressions.
the vibe.
It's the vibe. And like
You could see yourself playing a couple rounds.
I just
want to
hang out. I just want to hang out with him.
Yeah.
and-
Could you imagine going on a fishing trip with him?
Yeah, but I mean, I'd be vomiting and he'd be making fun of me, which is just like what
You get seasick?
horribly seasick.
Damn.
It's the worst.
What about just sitting on the side of a lake or ice fishing, maybe?
Oh, well, ice fishing would be cool if we got ice, but we don't really get ice around here.
Yeah, global warming.
Yeah. It hasn't like people are like, oh, climate change isn't real, dude. When I was 11, that bay used to freeze so thick that I could walk across it. It hasn't frozen that thick since I was 11.
It's the fact that like global warming's still being debated is just like
It's insane.
it's kind of too late. Like I used to kind of think of society as like, at least American society, as being like a truck that's like pointed at the edge of a cliff and everybody is fighting over who gets to be the one slamming on the gas pedal. We're airborne right now.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna land. Like we've flown off the side of the cliff. We haven't landed yet, but I don't know.
It's unstoppable. Like it's going.
Yeah,
we're all gonna die.
We're victims of the forces of gravity right now. We can either land into the pillow factory or we can land into fucking what's that like really fucked up swamp thing they had to walk through in Lord of the Rings with all the thorns and lava and shit.
Yeah, that sucked. That's Mordor.
That's Mordor?
Well, outside of Mordor, there was that field where they had that big. I don't remember the name of it exactly.
Damn, we should do a rewatch on Lord of the Rings.
I'm down.
Hell yeah. Not the extended versions though.
You know what's cool?
You don't need the extended
You can,
versions.
but the non-extended versions are on streaming now too.
Hell yeah.
Because people realize they have lives.
Nicole got a new streaming service because she's obsessed with Drag Race.
Okay.
And that streaming service was the only way to get it. It was actually very funny. I was taking a shower after work, and she got home from work while I was in the shower, and she knocked on the door. She was like, "PJ, can I get a Paramount Plus membership?"
Oh, dude, cancel it. Just take mine.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah. Just take mine.
This is
cancel,
great news.
Cancel it immediately.
This is great news because my younger brother just offered up his login for his Shudder account, so we're rolling in it over here. Do you want to get on that?
Yes,
All right,
that is something.
I'll
there
pass
are
that off to
things
you.
on Shudder that I like. Listeners, if you know me, you know I'm not a horror aficionado.
Specifically gore, though.
Gore,
is what
but
gets
I
you.
love a brooding suspense thriller or just like Rosemary's Baby style. Like I think Rosemary's
Psychological
Baby is
horror.
Psychological horror. I think
Sure.
Rosemary's Baby is like probably the quintessential perfect horror movie for Guy Paglioni.
And the thing you like about it the most is that it was created by a man who raped a child.
No, but that adds to the horror of it.
Does add to the grim nature of it. It's like, yep, he anally penetrated a 13-year-old child model after drugging her.
What a scumbag.
Then the guy we're talking about is Quentin Tarantino, ladies and
Wait,
gentlemen.
did that really?
Jury's out on Quentin Tarantino. I don't know if he's a child rapist like Roman Polanski is, but he's like full bore, like an Israeli citizen now, and is like full blown
Holy
Zionist.
shit.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Quentin Tarantino.
I mean, he's been in creative hell for the past couple years after he did Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So I don't need to watch any of his movies anymore. I feel like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's a good ending for the run.
I
that he
totally
had.
agree. That's like I think that was his best. Like, I hated The Hateful Eight. I think it was probably the worst movie
We've
I've ever
had
seen.
this discussion. I'm not going to argue with you. It was good.
Yeah, because you're right. Because you're wrong. You know I'm right.
I know you said I'm right.
No,
It's a
no, no.
Freudian
It's
slip.
Not a Freudian slip. It's a shitty movie. It doesn't belong on TV. It doesn't belong anywhere.
Well, nothing's on TV anymore.
It doesn't belong streaming. It doesn't.
We don't even have TVs anymore. They're just big computer monitors at this point.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah. Back to how this tangent started. I watched was scrolling on Instagram, and some guy came up, and he was like, people are always happiest when they're living inside their means. And I just, like, at that point, not the kids dying, not all this other shit, not all this psychobabble bullshit, that enraged me to the point of anger, like, beyond belief, like, where I wanted to, like...
Because ultimately that is the thesis of neoliberalism, and that's what, like, Jimmy Carter was trying to say. It's like, we have to start conditioning people to be satisfied with living with less. That's why you have to drive 55. That's why Sammy Hagar is an American hero for writing, producing, and performing the song I Can't Drive 55. And why the independent hardcore punk group on SST Records, the Minutemen, are cowards for lampooning that song with their album Double Nickels on the Dime, which refers to double nickels 5-5, driving 55 on the dime, exactly. That's what that album title means.
I disagree with them being cowards.
I'm being sarcastic. Sammy Hagar is a piece of shit. He sucks. It's the worst. Worst kind of like nonsense bullshit.
It's a good song though.
It's not.
It is. It tracks. Yeah, it's good.
It's not. His Montrose stuff is whack.
I don't care about the macho stuff. I just think it's a catchy song.
That one Van Hagar song though, it's not what it takes. So tell me why can't this be love straight from the heart? Oh, tell me why can't this be love?
That PJ, what's your category?
We didn't even say it's time for categories.
I know. That's why I said, "What's your category?"
Damn. Where's the drop happen? Did it already happen?
It happened when I said, "What's your category?"
Damn. Okay. Crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's nuts.
My category is going to be a European location.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Because I think that's
pretty broad.
I think it's because the last episode we did was Bow Creek, and that's fresh in my mind.
Yo, I have to say, like, I re-listening to that, I was like, pretty informative episode.
It was.
Yeah, I think we did. I think we did a great job with that episode.
Nice. You're welcome, listener. Go fuck yourself.
And then the other one that we did too before that, I don't remember that, but Sean told me that it was a good episode and I learned a lot.
Shout out, Sean. Thank you for being the barometer of quality.
Yeah, I usually check with him because
nice.
Because he gives me honest opinions.
Shout out listener Dave down in North Carolina, who also will occasionally pop into my DMs and be like, "Hey, dude, like."
That's cool.
I'm really enjoying the podcast. And we talked about Katamari briefly.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what else is cool? We were looking at like where the spread of like people listening to our podcast is. And we found
worldwide, baby.
Worldwide, but we found one in Tehran.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, it was probably the fucking listening to the it was probably somebody from that seminary. The Cum Seminary.
Yeah,
The Cum Seminary.
Yeah.
Wait, why did I not think of that when we were doing that? The Cum Seminary.
So, but the interesting thing about it is like, so to maintain a level of privacy, like the GPS signals that are broadcasted from everybody that's listening to them are set up to cash out at a certain spot in like the general vicinity. So it's always in a park or like a public space.
That makes sense.
So, but when we went to Tehran, literally, doop, 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 we zoomed in, military cemetery. That's
Sick.
where we were broadcasting.
That was
at.
probably the closest available public park.
Yeah. That was just pretty interesting, I thought.
Totally. What do you think, Guy? Do you think we're going to war with Iran?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to.
Why?
Why do I think that?
No, why are we doing it?
I don't know why we're like because
Like, what
Israel wants us to.
Why?
Hold on, let me. Do you need?
got it. I dropped my phone. Listener, I dropped my phone.
Yeah, no. We're going to war with Iran.
I'm not.
No, I'm not either. I absolutely abhor
I'm
war.
old as
I think it's the
shit.
stupidest thing on earth.
It's fucking dumb.
No, but if they do draft people, they're going to be drafting people our age because they've learned from the past, and so has every like major like warring country.
What if
realize
I
that
pretend to be gay?
they're still gonna they're gonna put you on the front lines
No, they don't want gays in the military.
as cannon fodder? They want them. Yeah, they like cannon fodder.
Can't I just go to a concentration camp?
I mean, we're going to be going there too.
Which one? We're going to war? Or are we going
I don't
to the
know. Like if
concentration
they
camp?
listen to anything, like in a few, like if we're not on the front line being bombarded with like deaths, like bullets and shit, they're gonna either put us on the front line to die, or they're gonna put us in a concentration camp.
Devil's
to kill us.
advocate, isn't Trump the master of the art of the deal, and isn't he
Whoa.
also a peaceful? Isn't he also a peaceful dove?
So, objectively speaking, he is less of a warmonger than like the Bidens were, or the Obamas, or any other president.
The Bushes.
The Bush. Yeah, or the Clintons. Like he, like
Please
objectively
clap.
speaking, objectively speaking.
Yeah, but he killed that Iranian general.
Yeah, because and
And he also trashed the Iran nuclear deal that actually was like a long-term goal. It was like it was the singular decent like Obama era
foreign policy move. Yeah,
everything else was a fucking nightmare.
oh yeah, 100%.
But the Iran nuclear deal was
you
like
know
the
why
one
that
thing
went
that was
away?
like,
Because it was the one time that Obama stood up to the Israeli, not the, what's going on. It was the one time that he was able to fight against the push to keep war going in the Middle East.
yeah.
And he did that, and it was just the antithesis of every
The antithesis.
well,
The antithesis.
the opposite of every idea of foreign
nice.
policy.
The antithesis.
right, anyway.
The opposite.
My
That's
category
all,
is
folks.
war.
War, nice, hell yeah. So what if we got like a European battlefield? Then we name the article.
We
and
name
don't
the
read
article
it.
and we tell the fucking listener to do it.
Absolutely.
Oh, you know what? This is great because we actually have a chance to like not have to read an article.
I would love that.
Oh God, you have
We've
no
been
idea.
reading a lot lately, and
Dude,
reading
I've been
sucks.
reading a lot too. It just sucks.
I hate reading.
I wish there was a way for us to like listen to these Wikipedia articles.
Yeah,
You guys do.
Well, the listener gets to listen to, and we're the ones that are providing the service of not having to read these fucking.
And none of them are
articles.
paying us.
That's fine. We do it
guess.
out of the goodness of our hearts because we're that's what socialism is, right, Guy? Is
Yeah.
free stuff.
No, it's not free stuff.
No,
it's collective.
No,
it's
that's what
collective
it is.
action and community.
It's forced gender reassignments for children, forced conversion to Islam. It's forced.
Dude, did you see that video of the mob of people attacking that woman?
Oh yeah, the Ben Gvir supporters in Brooklyn who are just like barking at protesters.
Kill all the Arabs, and you're a waste of semen.
Yeah, they get to vote too.
Yeah, I get it, but
Yep.
I'm just
Free speech.
I get it. It's just I like to think like what if that was a group of Muslim people, of Muslim men doing that. Like we'd have the National
Oh,
Guard.
there would be hate crimes all over the place.
We'd have the National Guard
Yeah.
in fucking like.
Dude, fucking after October 7th, there were those 3 Palestinian students at that I forget which university it was, but 3 of them got shot. They were targeted and
Dude,
shot.
you should have seen you should have seen Lakewood up the street from us. Literally, there was literally like a military brigades around like synagogues. You couldn't drive in and out on October 7th and 8th. You couldn't drive through Route 9 at that point because they were afraid of like they were saying they were afraid of bombings happening.
Of course,
And
they
like
were.
and I get
It's terrifying. Yeah,
there is legit reason there.
and it sucks too because Jews are treated like they're fucking like a monolith. Like I know plenty of anti-Zionist Jews, like personally in my life, and I know a handful of Zionist Jews, and I know a lot of Zionist Christians. I have to interact and interface with a lot of Zionist Christians.
Zionist Christians
and
are the strangest.
There's more Zionist Christians than there are Jews. Period.
I
in
agree
this
with
country.
that too.
Yeah.
You know why though? Do you understand
It's
the
all
reason?
this bullshit about just like classifying everybody the way that like the basic most baseline narrative is, where it's just like, oh no, like Zionism is Jews versus Arabs, and it's like, oh, it's a millennia old conflict, and it's like, no, it's not. It's
really
a 76, 77 year occupation.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's European the worst of European anti-Semitism and the worst of European because there was, I mean, not to say that there wasn't anti-Semitism, but in the Ottoman Empire there were like Jews were like a protected minority class and had representation within the government, you know? Like for better or worse, I mean, like, you say what you will about the Ottoman Empire, it was still like a violent, like, colonial fucking force in the world.
Most empires are
Well, that's the nature of
empire.
that's the nature of empire and settler colonialism. But still, at the same time, it's like the whole idea of fucking Zionism, just like, and it's even fucking Netanyahu. Has that fucking revisionist history of the Holocaust where he says that Hitler was inspired by the Grand Mufti of Palestine to carry out the Holocaust, and it's just apolitical. It's just not ahistoric, I should say.
It's completely
It's hokum, and it's fucking revisionist history, and it's anti-Semitic to be revisionist of the fucking Holocaust.
aren't Palestinians part of the Semitic like?
Yes, they're Semitic.
They're Semitic, like yeah.
Iranians are Aryans. It's all stupid. Language is stupid. Language doesn't mean
Words,
anything.
yeah.
Words are fucking words, man. We made them up.
Yeah.
You ever see that video of Buck Cherry?
No, but I mean,
it's
like
great.
the band Buck.
Yeah, the band Buck Cherry.
I don't. I did. What was their song?
You're a crazy bitch, but you fuck so good, I'm gonna sit on it.
That's a terrible song.
Yep, and then a great song though is "I'm on a plane with cocaine."
Oh, okay,
And
yeah.
it's a long way home from here.
Okay, cool. I'm down with that one.
On my couch, in my bed.
Yeah. You know why?
I love that cocaine. I love that cocaine.
Yeah. You know why? Do you ever like Christian Zionists? You ever like ask them why they're for the reunification of Israel as a single state?
I've never had a one-on-one conversation. I know who they are and what they are, and because of the nature of my job, I'm forced to interact with them. But just in terms of just saying like, "Hello, how are you? Good day."
But do you know like the
I never.
fundamental?
I know an engaging conversation.
Well, I'm just saying
Yeah.
their Zionism is not like Jewish Zionists. It's the fundamental reason is that once the Israel is restored to its form.
Yeah, once Al-Aqsa Mosque is destroyed and the reformation of the Third Temple happens, then once all the
apocalypse happens.
Once all the Jews return to Zion, then and only then can the apocalypse and the second coming of Christ and
wild, right?
It's psychotic. It's psychotic, and there's people in the coffers of the highest powers, like with they're the people that are like navigating this fucking shit show. People are so tuned out by the entire thing they don't even want to fucking hear it. But it's like if anybody had a basic understanding of the reality of the situation, it wouldn't happen because you'd just be like, "Oh wait, you're a Zionist?" Like it's the same way if somebody came out today. If somebody came out today, like, and they were like, say, like somebody in the 60s or the 70s, and be like, "I'm an American politician and I support the South African apartheid." It's like you can't say that. Like, imagine a a politician coming out today and being like, no, yeah, South African apartheid, that was a great thing, and I support it. It's like, no, you wouldn't be taken seriously, and no one would fucking vote for you because it's an insane thing to say. And I want to see in my lifetime people who say, no, I support the state of Israel. I just want to be like, no, like, that's fucking crazy. Like, that's so fucking, it's genocidal and freakish.
It's never gonna. It's so funny because all these people, everybody's like, oh, that couldn't happen. Like they look back at history and they say, they see all these horrible things happen. They say,
that's the essence of America.
It's never going to happen.
It's
not like that. It's not like that.
That is, in essence, the American liberal, though, because they always look back on history, and they're always on the right side of history when they're looking back on it. In the present, they support every fucking war. Like, my dad was, like, full bore on board with the fucking Iraq war because he's a fucking dumbass. And I was just like, I was a child being like, Dad, you taught me that, like, Vietnam was a bad thing, that we shouldn't have done that. He goes, no, it's different. This is different now.
Yeah, that was the only issue my dad ever voted on was anti-war. He did not vote. He literally anytime he's like, who's the candidate who's more likely to put my kids into war? He's
nice.
Like, I vote against that person. It's a very strong thing. It's like one of the fundamental things. Like
but the thing with liberals is they just fucking believe whatever the fuck's on CNN or MSNBC.
Well, my dad was not a liberal. He was a hardcore fucking
he was
Republican conservative.
Yeah,
but he was also a very
he was a unique. Well, he's sort of the Ken Bone centrist. He is sort of he's the guiding principle light of our apolitical centrist red pilled Manosphere podcast.
All right, let's go.
Oh yeah, you're picking this time.
Yeah. We got wars, and we have a location in Europe.
Yeah,
which is pretty.
It's broad, but
we're very broad. But you know what? We like broads here.
Hell yeah, we're red pilled
manosphere,
boner sphere.
Whatever. Rock hard. We like Cialis and Viagra,
and we eat whey protein bars.
Yeah, red pilled. Let's see.
Yep. What we got?
Oh shit, we got something fucking cool.
What we got?
It's Lee Q. It's parentheses legalist. LI space KUI. That's the thing there. I don't know what it is, but it's got a cool statue and a picture right off the bat. I'm like, this might be super cool. Lee Q.
We've got a Chinese, then we got some Chinese characters there. Don't know if it's Mandarin or Cantonese. Don't know the diff. Pinyin, Lee Kui, Wade Giles, Lee Kui. 455 to 395 BC. That's before Christ.
This guy rules. Yeah, he was a Chinese hydraulic engineer,
Ooh.
philosopher, and politician. We're gonna have an exciting one today.
Yeah, where this is some straight up history. It's not European, and as far as I can tell, it's not war. It's a man.
No. There's no war. This is.
He served as minister and court advisor to Marquess Wen of Wei. R403 to 387 BC. In 407 BC, he wrote the Canon of Laws and said to have been a main influence on Shang Yang. What's Shang Yang?
I don't know. It's got a hyperlink connected to it.
We're not allowed to click on
We'll
it.
Get there eventually. It might find out some stuff through context clues.
Absolutely. It served the basis for the codified laws of the Qin and Han dynasties.
Oh,
Yo,
wow, this is
shout
sick.
out to the Qin and Han dynasties. Shout out.
I'm just like, I'm stoked. We're gonna have this is a seriously interesting and important person. All right,
totally.
Cool. Oh wow. All right, cool. So we got a picture. It's a statue of a Chinese man with
he's got a beard. He kind of looks like I'm just gonna describe it this way. Like every kung fu movie,
it looks just
there's
like
the teacher guy who's like old and learned, and you think he's like old and feeble up until the end of the movie,
and he kicks your ass.
He has to kick some
out.
ass, and he just effortlessly fucking just clowns on everybody. Makes him look foolish with his kicks and punches.
Yeah, this statue looks badass. This guy looks badass.
I wouldn't mind having this statue in my house or on my
exactly.
lawn. It's pretty dope.
It looks like he's holding a scroll of some sort or
a book even.
Yeah, while he's fiddling with his beard.
Yeah, I think that he's pontificating, but at the same time his shoulders are back. He's up straight, and
he looks ready to kill.
Yeah,
Like,
he's kind of like looking off contemplatively.
Don't fuck with this statue. That's
Yeah,
what it looks like.
absolutely.
All right.
It's a statue of Li Qiu. In this Chinese name, the family name is Li.
All right. His political agenda, as well as the Book of Laws, had a deep influence.
Wait, real quick. Sorry, you singularized agendas and you pluralized law.
Okay. His political agendas, and as well as the Book of Law, had a deep influence on later thinkers such as Han Fi and Shang Yang, who would later develop the philosophy of legalism based on Li Qiu's reforms.
Hell yeah, dude! It
I
sounds
wonder
like
what the philosophy of legalism is.
This is
gonna
great.
this is good.
And shouts out to all the fucking like Nazi like Western civilization boners out there who are like, oh, fucking the West invented like the civilized world and shit like that. It's like,
dude,
China had us beat by a fucking centuries. Dude.
Europeans were literally like
Like
rolling
fisting-
around in the mud.
Fisting children.
Yeah, rolling around in the mud and lighting things on fire and shitting in like ditches while
Yeah, like going to war with like their neighbors and then dressing wounds by rubbing cow shit in the wounds and then dying at the age of 15 because all their teeth fell out.
Yeah, and literally like not just in China or on the Asian continent in general,
Africa
but even
too.
Africa was Damascus had like literal lights and lamps and like honestly.
The Mayans Mayans had UFOs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had spacecraft.
All right, life and reforms. All right,
I'll take this.
Okay,
Li
go for it.
Qiu, or is it Kui? I can't remember.
Let's go Li Qiu.
Let's just call him Li Qiu.
Liu Kang?
Liu Kang. All right, fuck it. Li Qiu was in the service of the Marquis. It's spelled different than it was up top. Marquis Wen of Wei. Even before the state of Wei was officially recognized, though little else is known of his early life. Nice, mysterious style.
I love this.
Love it. He was appointed as Chancellor of the Wei-controlled lands in 422 BC in order to begin administrative and political reforms. Wei would therefore be the first of the 7 warring states to embark on the creation of a bureaucratic rather than noble-dominated form of government.
Yo, this guy's about the people.
Yep. He's saying,
get out monarchy.
He's like,
remove.
We got the nobles in charge. We're going to war. We don't need that shit. There's a more sensible way to go about this. We'll set up a bureaucratic state and a bureaucratic system of governance.
Yeah, hopefully one that works, that's not riddled with corruption. But I mean, like,
Hey,
every
man,
good idea
it's
is
imperfect world. You know?
Exactly.
The main agendas of Li Qiu's reforms included
the institution of meritocracy rather than inheritance as a key principle for the selection of officials.
that had to have been fucking crazy for back then.
Well, I mean, like, imagine you're like a royal prince and you've been getting everything, and then all of a sudden this guy's like, yeah, all right, you got to lift up that log right there.
Or maybe
You're like, I've never lifted up a log before.
Did the Chinese nobles ever have like a Habsburg families? Like maybe at that point, like the noblemen in charge like had jaws that were so wildly deformed they could barely speak.
For interbreed. I mean, that's generally like that. Probably was something that was a problem. I mean,
yeah, because they're all inbred.
Inbreeding until your line is so screwed up that you lose the power to actually rule.
Then the only person who's in succession to the throne is literally like they have to like have like a little like crutch with a wheel on the bottom of it because their head's too full of water.
All right. Anyway, selection of
by doing this,
Li Qiu undermined the nobility while enhancing the effectiveness of government. He was responsible for recommending Ximen. It's
Seaman Bao.
No, it's Cheeman.
Nice.
Because
X-Men.
Yeah, it's Cheeman Bao.
It's spelled X-Men, but with an I.
Yeah, but it's Cheeman Bao to oversee Wei's water conservancy. Sorry,
okay.
I can't read. Conservancy project.
It's a dumb word to use anyway.
Yeah, in the vicinity of Yi. And recommending Wu Kui. Yeah, Kanye. As a military command, yo, Kanye, what the fuck? This
Oh, it's
week
not
is
that. Listen, who amongst us hasn't sucked off our 5-year-old cousin for multiple years?
dude.
It was crazy. I mean,
How like
he's out of his fucking mind, dude. What else is there to say? It's fucking one of Nicole's friends read us the tweets, and I was just like, it just bummed me out. I was like, this is just
this
depressing.
guy needs help. Yo, do you remember that South Park episode where they're like,
Oh, he's a gay fish.
Oh,
He doesn't.
oh.
He doesn't like fish dicks in his mouth. He likes cousin dicks in his mouth.
yeah,
Yep.
but also remember the other South Park episode with Britney Spears where it's like pretty
Oh,
much
yeah,
they
he blew-
sacrifice her for harvest.
Yeah, he blew her brains out.
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
were walking her around with half her head off.
Oh, and remember the next person they had in the list was Miley Cyrus, and I was just like, oh no.
Wasn't that accurate though? Didn't they kind
Yeah.
of do the same thing?
It was
Oh,
accurate.
fuck, excuse
Miley
me.
Cyrus actually got out of it and is doing great.
Yeah, by popping her pussy everywhere.
No, she's making excellent songs.
No, there was a time where she.
Yeah, I know.
She broke out of the child star thing by popping her pussy everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
Which shouts out. I'm not trying to say that as like a pejorative thing.
I
Like
think my
it's.
brother banged her.
Oh, with that, are you allowed to say that?
I don't care.
Okay, fuck it. We're throwing that out there.
I mean, I saw
That
a
seems
picture.
like an uncouth. It's horrible. I don't even want you saying that. I
I'll
don't want
bleep
to
it
know
out.
that. You can bleep that out if I would. What?
He's so proud of it.
That's so fucked. You're just bragging about that.
That's
It's
my brother.
Very ungentlemanly. Like,
You've met my brother.
hey, oh, he's a little whacked. That's true.
This was before he was crazy.
No, he was kind of whacked when I met him.
Yeah, that wasn't before. That you met him when he was crazy.
Oh, okay, cool,
Yeah.
nice.
Anyway, it's just what happens with male models. It's
Zoolander is accurate, right?
Zoolander is 100% accurate.
Nice gasoline fight.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff. Also, it's a.
The files are in the computer.
I find that like with like these like it's basically the affirmation of people's like self-confidence and even if there's like some things that are wrong, they think they just make it sound like it's like instead of being seen and diagnosed and like properly taken care of, they exploit people.
They're
And this-
rewarded for it.
Yeah,
it's
and
like it's like a narcissism mill.
Yeah.
where they take narcissists and just like rather than like try to counsel them through their narcissism
Yeah.
and turn them into like more like competent, like emotionally competent people, they just turn them into like even bigger monsters.
Yeah, it's
Fair enough. I'm not trying to say your brother's a monster. By
No,
the way.
no, he's absolutely not. He is
No.
actually
A poor choice of words on my part.
No,
Poor
no,
choice.
but it is why we see so many like public like destruction of celebrity like happening, like where people like these public meltdowns they have in with famous people. It happens with non-famous people too in search of fame where they have public meltdown. It's like it's you know what? It's a horrible disease created by tabloid and
Let's say social media.
social media
Sure.
has exacerbated, but
I'm
it's been
blaming
around
social
forever.
media.
All right. Anyway, recommending Wu Chi as military commander when Wu Wei sought
That's
asylum
the
in
same
Wei.
name, and you just said it two completely different ways. Wookiee.
Wu Chi. Sorry, Wu Chi.
Chewbacca.
Anyway, yeah.
What a Wookiee.
I might go back and like bleep half of what I said, but I think some of it was
That's
poignant.
up to you. I would leave it in actually at this
it
point.
was poignant, and I think
It had to do with this Chinese gentleman that we're
Yeah,
discussing
yeah.
for sure.
all right.
I'll take the next one. Giving the state an active role in encouraging agriculture by maximizing instruction and agricultural productivity. And then we got some Chinese characters there. While the precise contents of this reform are unclear, they could have included the spreading of information about agricultural practices, thus encouraging more productive methods of farming. All right.
I kind of like this.
Yeah, so it seems like it was like pro education. Like let's actually like not withhold information so that way like there can be
Yeah.
more we can increase production by having a broader labor force.
Also, probably increase comfortability for the proletarians. Like all of this is sounding good, and I believe me, I just think that everything works out good in a perfect world.
This is basically just like a basic progression. This guy seems to be the linchpin. He's kind of like the Benjamin Franklin,
yeah, he
or the Thomas Paine, or the Robespierre, or the Rousseau, where it's like an enlightenment period, and they're just sort of like, wait a minute, guys, everything we're doing is fucking stupid.
There's a better place to shit than in that hole over there. Trust me.
What if I build a system of tubes where we can take all of the shit and put it underground?
There you go.
Yep.
You've just invented a septic system.
Yeah. I mean, it's basic human progress, you know?
All right. So here we go. The next one. Instituting the, in quotations, law of equalizing purchases.
Whoa there, Che. Sounds a little fucking commie. It sounds like a bunch of commie gobbledygook to me.
Well, we're talking about China right now, so get ready.
We talking about China?
Yep. We have some Chinese characteristics. There are 3 of them. I don't know what they mean, but that's that.
It probably means law of equalizing purchases.
Oh, that makes most sense. Yes. All right, so wherein the state purchases grain to fill its granaries. Did I say that right?
No, you said wherein the state purchases, it's purchased. Grain to fill its granaries.
Granaries. In the years of good harvest, to ease price fluctuation, to serve as a guarantee against famine. This is great.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, rather than just like harvesting food when we want to eat it, let's actually plan ahead so that we don't all starve to death when there's like something out of our control that makes it so we can't harvest.
This guy just sounds like common sense.
It kind of sounds like Luke Wilson in Idiocracy, where he's like, how about instead of watering the plants with Brawndo, we water it with water?
Yo.
He's like, you mean water like from the toilet?
Dude. No joke. Idiocracy is coming up way too often in my life.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's accurate because
why is it accurate? Why does it have to be accurate?
Like any good dystopian parable, a futuristic dystopian parable, it's a comment on the current state of society. Brave New World, 1984, all that shit.
1984 is the most poignant, but Brave New World not so much. But I mean, I get it.
What's Aldous Huxley's deal? He sounds like a real puss with a name like Aldous Huxley.
Yeah.
Was he like kind of a nerd? Ray Bradbury sounded like a cool dude. Didn't he write Fahrenheit 451 in like one sitting? Like he just like locked himself in a room and came out with the first draft for Fahrenheit 451.
That's insane.
It's pretty dope.
I respect book writers. They're very like, especially some people who can write in a stream of consciousness that like I just don't understand.
Like Jack Kerouac wrote On the Road. The first draft of On the Road was written on one large ream of paper.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but Truman Capote referred to Jack Kerouac and the other beat authors and poets as typists, not writers, which I think is a pretty sick burn. And leave it to a cunty queen like Truman Capote to really stick it to him. Absolutely. Shout out Truman Capote and shout out Philip Seymour Hoffman, hero of the pod, right?
Absolutely.
PSH.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to PSH, hero of the pod.
Just did some of my favorite performances of all time in so many great films.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite line readings he ever did was in the movie Happiness, where he goes,
"Oh my gosh,
is it wet? Is your pussy wet?" Oh.
I was just thinking about Happiness and how much I love that movie.
It's so fucking gnarly.
It makes me like I've watched. It
makes me want to like take my skin off and put my skin in the closet and then walk into the ocean. It just makes me so uncomfortable.
I've seen it 6 times. I know
I lost count of how many times I watched it.
You see, like I can't because every time I watch it, I'm just like
traumatized.
Yeah, a little bit, but it leaves you with it. It really does.
The scene where the pedophile's son is like crying because he realizes his dad's a pedophile.
Yeah,
and he's just like
being
totally honest with him. He's like, "What'd you do to Billy?" He's like, "I fucked him." And he's like, "Would you fuck me, Dad?"
No.
He goes, "No, I just jerk off instead." And the son starts sobbing. Yeah. It's like, whew, man.
Did you ever see what is it? It's a parable or not parable? What is it called? The word.
I know what you're talking about. I forget the word. where it's the
Same goes spelled.
same spelled forward as backward.
Yeah.
Not anagram. It's
No, anagram has the letters that are worth.
yeah,
it's,
no, that's a ref to Rosemary's Baby.
That was. I think that movie might that movie is just slightly more enjoyable than Happiness.
Yeah, codifying the laws of the state, thus creating the Book of Law. The Book of Law is such a fucking hard name for something.
Yeah,
It's sick. I like it.
I mean it's
It's a good style, the Book of
Yeah.
Law. The text was in turn subdivided with laws dealing with theft, banditry, procedures of arrest and imprisonment, and miscellaneous criminal activity. All right, then we
Okay.
got legacy.
All right. So we got legacy here. The direct result of these pioneering reform measures was the dominance of the we in the early decades of the warring state.
Warring.
Warring.
Like at
State-
war, like states
Oh,
are
okay.
warring.
The warring state era.
Yeah, this is part of this man's legacy is within the warring states era.
Yeah, I know.
But it's not. This is not specifically about war.
Okay.
This article
All
is
right,
not about
all right.
war. I would say
Le-
it's not even the focus of it.
No, not even close.
Yeah.
Just the warring states era.
Yeah,
But,
it's not even like this motherfucker was like a soldier
Yeah,
or a
yeah,
general.
yeah.
Like he was a bureaucrat.
but I still wanted to just point out that
I know.
I was fucking close.
you were pretty fucking close this time, dude. I
Leveraging
was
its-
off. I picked Europe and we landed
Yeah,
on China.
yeah,
so
I mean, I'm actually enjoying this though, so it's fine.
Nice,
Leveraging its improved economy, we achieved considerable military success under Marquis Wen, including victories against the state of
Quinn.
Quinn, sorry,
It's all good.
Quinn between 413 and 409 BC. Now that's Qui. All right,
Yeah.
Qui in 404 BC, and joined expeditions against Chu with Zhao and Han as its allies. That whole paragraph was
Han.
about war.
Yeah.
Just letting you know.
Han, good buddy. Wait, what is it that fucking Lando says when Han shows up? Or he calls him Han. Han, old buddy. You got a lot of nerve showing your face around here, Han.
Did you watch the? Did you watch the second? The prequel, the Han Solo movie?
No.
Oh, it's great.
I tried to, and it was too difficult to watch. It
What?
looked like shit.
Oh no,
Looked like it was filmed in soup.
that's the first 5 minutes. Like
Yeah, I know. I was immediately disinterested.
it was. It's an excellent. It's funny because
Is it like a bank robbery movie?
what's his name? Donald Glover plays
Childish Gambino.
Yeah. He plays he plays Lando,
Hell yeah.
a younger Lando, and he's great. And like
Oh, don't they have to like fight a space squid?
something like that. It's wonder. It's actually one of the more fun movies that I think
I remember
Star
the
Wars
scene
came out
where
with.
he meets Chewie for the first time, and Chewie was it was sad. It was a sad situation.
Chewie was a
in.
slave.
It was sad.
It's a great. It's highly
Maybe I'll give it a
recommend-
rewatch.
Highly recommend this movie, listener.
I'll try to give it a rewatch.
I saw it in the movie theaters and I was very happy with it.
Yeah, Nicole got home from work yesterday and was like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna pick a movie, and she was like, I was like, you in the mood for anything? She's like, I don't care. And I've really been trying to pitch her on watching J.J. Abrams' Star Trek from 2009.
I gotta start that. I haven't tried it. I heard
You never seen it?
Never seen it.
Dude.
No. I know it's
good as hell. It's
I'm
why
not a Star Trek person, but I do enjoy the
You don't
Star
need
Trek
to-
movies.
You don't need to be a Star Trek person.
No, I
for
know,
it.
I know.
Yeah.
I just-
it's works great as a standalone.
You know, as a kid, like I was like, Star Trek is for nerds. You know, like
Yeah,
Star
but
Wars
you
is
like
better.
Star Wars.
Exactly. And as an adult, I realized like, man,
it's all nerd shit.
like all this
Yeah.
stuff, all of it is cool, all of it is good.
Yeah.
Let's just enjoy it and be friends.
Yes. Be friends with the nerds.
Exactly.
Or else they'll turn into Elon Musk.
Oh no, you think that he was like just a bully, like nerd?
Yeah, he still is. Did you see him trying to live stream a video game and everybody was just saying his penis is broken and that he's a loser? You're
Should
all right,
I feel
dude?
bad? I'm hiccuping.
Oh God.
Should I feel bad for Elon though?
No, he's a fascist.
Okay.
He's a Nazi. And he's a billionaire. And his dick don't work. He does have a big gut though, which I find impressive.
I wonder if there's like, see, like I'm of the belief that
he's also a rapist, though. So never
I
mind.
know, but I'm of the belief that every human is redeemable. And
Some aren't. Some are too far gone.
I mean, that's your opinion.
I like to think that everybody is capable of redemption, but sometimes I think there is a point of no return for some people where it's like I can't within reason see them ever redeeming.
Well, I'm
the
okay
damage
with
that they've done.
another with people not being able to there, but I think that personal redemption and becoming a better person, and
It's
even if
always
you
possible,
even if
sure.
you can't
Unlikely.
win back people that you have wronged because there's what you did was so heinous, I think that there should be.
You just said anus.
Anyway, this is just
Let's finish
my
reading
life.
this fucking article so we can do another episode.
All right,
tonight.
that last paragraph was directly about war. I feel.
Yeah, you've
a
been
little-
slighted. You've been
a little
slighted.
slighted
Cry me
here.
a fucking river. Call the judge and order some fudge, motherfucker. All right,
This guy is a judge, I think.
no, he was.
Yeah, he was a judge at one point.
He's a legalist.
Yeah, I know he's
I don't
a
think
legalist.
judges existed
but
back then.
Yeah, but it was a judge in another form. It was what's it called? He was a court, whatever. It said it in the beginning there that he had something to do with a court.
Well,
Like,
I
he,
don't feel like
over him.
scrolling back up. So
I already did, but
We'll
it's
let
fine.
the-
Go
we'll
ahead.
let the
Go ahead.
listener-
At the
listener,
same time, you're-
listener wants you to decide. At the same time, the main tenets of Lee Q's reforms supporting law over ritual, agrarian production, meritocratic, and bureaucratic government, and the active role of the state in economic and social affairs proved an inspiration for later generations of reform-minded thinkers. When Shang Yang sought service in Qin, 3 decades after Li Q's death, he brought with him a copy of the Book of Law, which was eventually adapted and became the legal code of Qin.
Okay, cool. Along with his contemporary Cheeman Bao.
Seaman.
Sure. He was given oversight in construction of the canal and irrigation projects in the state of Wei. All right. I mean,
Nice.
I'm not sure this guy is a total like socialist kind of, but he's more of a
Socialism. Well, here's the
he's
thing.
more of just a good governance kind of guy.
Socialism existed in several different forms pre-Marx. Like Marx didn't invent this way of socialism in the terms of the Marxist sense is an outgrowth of capitalism. It's sort of a guide. It's a guide for how to break out of the capitalist hegemony. So before even capitalism, there were socialized civilizations.
Oh yeah, socialism has existed. It just wasn't named, but
it wasn't named that. But
it's-
where something where it's like the workers were the ones who were determining.
To be honest, it's
Yeah.
probably the most natural form of
It is.
of,
I mean,
of governing.
in terms of a biological survival of the human race, the reason why we've been able to persist as long as we have is not because of competition, but it's been because of cooperation,
Community.
like community, empathy, treating other people as if they're ourselves, and that's how we've been able to
Yeah.
do so well. And it's the antithesis of civilization is to be in this sort of like ruggedly individualistic quest for competing and permanent growth. With permanent growth doesn't exist.
Yeah.
No system produces permanent growth.
Degrowth is the answer to a lot of what's going on right now.
I got some degrowth going on in my pants right now.
But realize that the degrowth that the tech billionaires are talking about has nothing to do with them. It has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with making you have less and them maintaining what they have.
There's a reason why these cocksuckers are trying really hard to get into space and also burrow underground. It's because they're trying to turn the planet into scorched earth. And make no mistake, it doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah, and
There is a better world.
Yes,
there is a better world, and we will see. We will take it. We will.
Their goal
These
is
cocksuckers can't win.
everything we have. They want to put a toll booth in front of, so that they can make money.
And you know what we're gonna put a toll booth in front of? The gates to hell, where we're gonna send them.
Oh, free! I don't know. No toll booth. We just send them there
No, they have to pay.
with their lives. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm down.
I'm saying.
All right. See
Notes.
also. No.
Oh, no,
See
sorry, I
also.
skipped
We
see
have
also.
warring states. If we got warring states, I would have won.
Absolutely, because that's
Okay.
all about states
And
are at war.
Sun
Yeah.
Shu A. Oh.
Hey, oh!
Hey,
Oh! I'm fucking walking.
Notes.
We got Edward L. Slaw Nessie 2023,
Oh,
a brief history of ancient China, https://books.google.com/books ID equals XFE8EAAAQBAJNPG =PA203.
You missed the ampersand. You just said end.
Yeah, end.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
it's-
ampersand means.
Yeah, I know that's what it means, but it
Listen,
wasn't
all
what
right,
it was.
listener, it's an ampersand, not end.
Anyway, Shaughnessy, that name, we've seen that name before.
have we?
Yeah, absolutely.
I trust you.
No, we have. Anyway, it's just interesting that it popped up in two articles. It's not the exact same name, just the last name.
It is
we
an
saw.
interesting name. What, is it Irish, you think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Definitely an Irish
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Shout out Ireland.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Ireland
Yeah.
rules.
And-
All right. We got number 2, Needham, Volume 4.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I need ham.
Needham, Part 3, 261.
Okay, so we got references. Got Zhang Guohua, Li Q, Encyclopedia of China, Law Edition, First Edition.
We got Needham Joseph, 1986, Science and Civilization of China, Volume 4, Part 3. Taipei, Caves Books, Ltd.
Limited.
Oh, this biography of a Chinese philosopher is a stub.
Nice. We got another stub, finally.
We made an
Fuck's
hour-long episode on
We
a
s-
stub.
I mean, this was a pretty beefed up stub, if you're
Yeah,
gonna ask
yeah,
me.
yeah,
I guess
yeah.
there could be a lot more information about this guy, though. He seems fascinating.
Yeah, you can help Wikipedia by expanding it. We're not doing that. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, fuck that. Don't do it either, listener.
No, don't do anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Except listen to the pod.
Yeah, listen to the pod.
Keep listening to the pod.
Yeah.
And tell your friends about the pod. Like,
Tell
share,
your friends,
subscribe, live, laugh, love, eat
But-
my shit.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, last edited 3 months ago by I can't.
Remsen.
Remsense?
Hold on.
Oh, you turned
Turning
sideways.
Remsense. Yep.
Remsense. Okay, and we got related articles.
We got Shang Yang, Kin State Statesman, Chancellor and Reformer.
Marquez Wen of Wei, ruler of Wei from 446 to 396 BC.
I'm pretty sure it's Wei because Taipei is EI. I think EI is A.
All right, we'll go Wei. That's fine.
That's fine. The Qin Empire 2 Alliance. That sounds like a video game name.
Yeah, it does. That's
Yeah.
cool.
2012 Chinese TV series or program.
Yeah, it could have been because
Could've
it could
been.
be a series.
It was
or
a
could
TV
be-
show. So what did we learn, guy?
We learned a lot.
China sounds pretty cool.
I mean,
You
like,
want to live there?
no.
Why not?
No, because like all giant burgeoning empires, they are out to ethnically cleanse some of their minorities that they think are not good.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The Uyghurs?
Don't we all want to just put the Uyghurs in concentration camps?
No.
They're always running around like
no,
selling drugs
no.
to kids, wearing
No,
like
no,
baggy
no,
jeans.
no.
They have do rags, even though they
you-
have like completely straight, feathery blonde hair.
I can't tell.
They have chin strap beard tattoos.
Yeah, like those are
They
are
drink
diff-
Monster
that's-
Energy drink.
Yes, that's different though than Uyghurs.
You know that's all CIA propaganda, right? Like they're listen. They were put in re-education camps, which can be classified as concentration camps, which is terrible. But you know most of that's been shut down because they've been reintegrated into society, and also the treatment of the Uyghurs is in no short. It has no comparison to the fucking like death campaign that the past 20 years have been of the United States interventionist policy within the Middle East.
I understand that, but I don't think it's right either way.
How much? How many bombs has China dropped in the past 20 years? 0.
How many Chinese what's it called Chinese dissidents have been sent to the front lines in Ukraine?
The United States of America
It-
has more people, not per capita, but has more people in prison than China does.
So
And China has what is it, like 1 billion people?
yeah, but the problem.
So yeah, it's once again, as imperfect as China is, we're living in America, bro.
Yeah, I know.
America is so much worse than China.
I am not.
This is an apolitical podcast. This is the WikiPod. My name's PJ.
No.
Yep, and your name's
No.
Guy. Bye.
No, fuck you.
Bye.
Fuck you.